The Gina and Matty podcast.
Now, this story was doing the rounds a little bit yesterday, Gina.
Yeah, well, Emma Stone.
Oh, great actress. Just won the Oscar for Best Actress, I'm pretty sure, at the latest Academy Awards.
She is amazing. Well, that's not her real name, and she doesn't like being called Emma. Her real name is Emily, and she would prefer to be called Emily.
Why would you change your name from Emily to Emma? Wouldn't you go with something a little bit more obscure?
Yeah.
Or is it, I don't know.
Well, yeah, both of them, I'm calling them M anyway. Yeah, I wonder why she did that.
Oh, okay. She explained because she originally decided to go by Emma Stone because another actor who was also in the US Actors Union SAG-AFTRA had already taken the name Emily Stone. So if you're getting your actor's card through the unions, someone was already at Emily Stone, so she's changed it to Emma Stone. Then I freaked out for a couple of years. For some reason, I can't do it anymore. Just call me Emily now. So.
Oh, well, the other one must be disappointed with what happened to her career.
I know. Who? Surely you could just, if someone has your Instagram name, they slide into your DMs and go, hey, is there any chance you can give me your profile? Surely Emma Stone, after 5 times hosting SNL, Academy Award winner, could go, excuse me, Emily,
Yes.
You know that bit part you did in Home Improvement 16 years ago, surely I can have my name back.
Yeah, surely. Well, also the formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, so they changed their name to just the Chicks after there was a bit of political stuff happened in America that, they got themselves in a bit of trouble. So they decided to take
weren't people burning their CDs in the streets and getting steamrollers to roll over?
Yeah, it was pretty bad because the lead singer Natalie Maines got up and said he's not our president. And she's
George W. Bush.
Yes. So she was, fairly vocal about a few things, and then the whole Dixie, it was a little racist and stuff. So they decided to get rid of that. And there was another band called the Chicks. So apparently the Dixie Chicks got in touch with the other band called the Chicks and asked, could we have your name? And I think they paid them out and stuff. And the other ones were like, sure, you can have it.
Everyone's got a price.
Everyone's got a price. But that was already taken. But so they like being called the Chicks now.
I remember doing nippers growing up for ages at the surf club. There was Torch, and that was just as a kid when you're told that's someone's name. Yeah, that's their name. So you go, hey Torch, how you going? That's Torch Haven. How you going? Torch. For years, Torch, and then I heard someone call him Peter, and I was like, what? And oh no. It's Torch. And no, Torch was his nickname. Peter is his name. And I'm like, what? My mind exploded when I found out his name wasn't Torch. They only used to call him Torch because he used to have red hair. And that was he was like a walking torch. And I was like, surely no. And so that just confused my childhood completely. But we thought we'd open up the phones on this one. Do people call you by a different name? What do people call you? Blow our minds. We are talking about Hollywood actress Emma Stone. Not a name. She's an Emily, apparently.
Apparently.
Hey,
I've got a friend who also was called the wrong name. Lots of people get called the wrong name, but her real name at the time was Michaeli Jackson, and she was doing her first ever interview when she had new music coming out. And the guy interviewing her go, we've got Michaela Jackson on the phone. She goes, that's Michaeli. And the next, we've got Maxim Jackson on the phone. No, it's Michaeli. He just every time he'd do it, he'd get it wrong, and she'd correct him, but it didn't make any difference. He just could not put her. Anyway, long story short, she changed her name to Max.
So she could avoid Michaeli by accident.
She could avoid all those problems. But we've got Renee. Now, I'm going to beat you to it, Maddie. Don't walk away, Renee.
Don't walk away, Renee. Tell us your story, Renee.
Hi, Renee.
Mine's really simple, obviously, Renee, but I always, for some reason, get called Rhiannon.
Oh, really?
That's an interesting connection to go from Renee to Rhiannon. How does that happen, Renee?
I really don't know. I think it's got something to do maybe with the spelling of my name because it's a bit different to the, general Renee, but it's constant.
How do you spell it?
Yeah.
It's spelled how it sounds, so Rennay.
Oh, I can understand why they get confused then.
Yeah, I don't see how that becomes Rhiannon, though.
No.
But anyway.
Oh, it's a beautiful way.
Have you ever thought of becoming a Rhiannon, or do you like Renee too much?
I don't know. I just like if someone says it to me, I generally know they're talking to me, so I just turn anyway.
Hey, we've got
43651 is our number. Who we got?
Joanne from Tumby. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, how are you going?
I'm good. What do people call you?
No, it's not me personally. It's three men of my family.
Oh, tell us.
I have an Auntie Valerie, which we have called Auntie Tootsie, and then we have a Auntie Jean, which we call Sarah, and then a brother named Alan, which we call Willie. And apparently my nicknamed them all that.
So that's a bit confusing on Christmas Day for new people.
Yeah, that's it.
I want to know how Auntie Tootsie got her name Auntie Tootsie.
Yeah, I've got no idea. My mum just says that's what her mum nicknamed them.
Okay, I love that
Oh,
so much.
that's cute.
I went through a bit of a phase when I was a bit younger wanting to change my name. So I used to go into Gloria Jeans, and you know how they'd ask for your name. I always said my name was Byron.
Trying to be cool. Trying to be all cool.
And I was like, well, like Byron Baisley. I was like, it kind of has a good ring to it. It's so tragic.
If you become like an actor, you should change it to Byron Bay. I love that.
And it was one of my favourite radio announcers. I thought his name was Byron, and I was like, I want to be like him. Anyway, and then so it got to the point where I'd walk in and they'd be like, hey, Byron, and I'd like, oh, hey, how you going? I have to take that second that we're talking to me. Who else have we got on the phone?
Hey, we got Jared from Terrigal. Hey, Jared, what's your story?
Oh, g'day. I went to an all-boys boarding school. And I got a nickname from one of my mates there that I've had ever since my whole life.
Can I guess? Is it Sayo? Is it Sayo?
No, mate,
okay, what is
it?
Okay, what's your nickname?
My nickname is Barney. It's because of a part of my lower body which is in the shape of a banana. Barney banana.
Oh, well, you can't get rid of that one.
Wasn't far away.
Gina and Matty.
Gina, we're about to hear about your day down in Sydney, performing back on the stage, doing your thing.
Yeah.
Very different day to what I had yesterday.
What'd you do?
Final day of school holidays. Celebrate good times. Come on. Oh, yeah. See you later. You can hear the screech of the car. I don't even think Bella's going to stop the car at the school gates today.
Tuck and roll, kids. Tuck and roll.
Slow roll. That's it. And out you go. See you later for another term. No, we've had a great school holidays. No, we have had a lot of fun spending time together as a family. But I did bump into one mum at swimming yesterday, and she's like, "Oh my God, tomorrow cannot come quick enough." It was so broken. So I was like, you know what, last day, let's do something. And it was me and Ziggs. We were hanging out, and I got him, and I'd been holding off giving it to him because I knew as soon as you give a gift, it involves then having to be involved. And I was like, oh, God, can't I just be an 80s parent and sit on the couch and ignore them until they're 21? Anyway, so I gave it to him. It was an ant farm. I bought an ant farm because all three of them are pestering me about getting a pet. And I'm like, it's just not right for us right now.
Yeah, you're too busy.
Yeah, and like seriously, Stevie, the youngest, is essentially like a Labrador. So just uncontrollable, overexcited, a bit moody, and sometimes eats socks. So we're like, you know what, Stevie is your dog until we're in a better position, and we don't really have a yard for it anyway. So I was like, you can have an ant farm, and then so that involved give him the ant farm,
How
and
do
then
you
he
feel
gives
about
it.
it? Really, Dad? Or was he like, oh, yeah?
No, he was actually
Great.
very excited about
good.
it. And I was like, good stuff. All right, I'm winning Dad World at the moment. And then he gets the box, then he gives it back to me and goes, okay, let's do it. And I was like, oh, God, okay. So I open it up and I was like reading the instructions, which were very minimal. And I was like, okay, so I think what we just got to do is go out in the backyard, find where some ants live, get the dirt, and what... So you get the ant farm, and it's like a plastic tray that clips together, and it has sort of little tunnels made with plastic sort of tunneling. So
and it's clear so you can see in.
It's clear, and you can see in, and there's some air holes there so they can breathe. And then what you do is you scatter the dirt into the little tracks that are made into the plastic before you seal it up.
Dirt from your house, or does it arrive with dirt?
No, you have to get your own dirt, BYO dirt. Like, seriously. I don't know what I paid $30 for a bit of plastic. Anyway, cool, sustainable. So then we got the dirt, and I was like, okay, so we've got to kind of find ants from where that dirt was. I'm on my and what comes with the box, the plastic, and then you get a little sort of like funnel container that has a twisty lid in it, so you can catch ants and then flip them upside down and then put them back into the farm, right?
I've got these traumatic for the ants.
I didn't ask them. There was no ant consent. I was just hunting ants. Right? I've got these bright orange plastic tweezers that came with the kit. I'm on my hands and knees in the backyard looking for ants. Mind you, Ziggy's gone inside. He's on his iPad. I'm like, dude, Roblox can wait. We're doing this ant farm isn't for me. So
and are they the bitey ants or the non-biting variety of ants?
No, they're just the little normal garden variety of ants.
Won't bite you?
No, I hope not. And then so I'm there, I'm trying to pick them up. That's not working. So I'm like, oh my God. I picked up one ant with the tweezers and I was like, yes, I got it. And I popped it into the little container and then it didn't move. And I was like, oh dear. Okay.
You squeezed it too hard.
Little aggressive with the tweezers.
Oh.
Okay, so that's not working. And then I think I spent another 10 minutes trying to and they're fast. I'm like,
Well,
and so I'm just
scared.
swearing out in the backyard on my hands and knees. If the neighbours popped over, there's me on my hands and knees trying to tweeze up ants going, these goddamn things, Ziggy, come and help me. So I came up with it, and I was like, finally. And it says you've got to get at least 20 ants for the farm to work. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be here.
And you're trying
you've
got to get the queen as well, right?
Well, I didn't want to upset the nest, right? So I think we're going to leave the queen there. So what I did was I went and got the old Dyson, right? Now,
you vacuumed ants.
So I got the Dyson. This is where the MacGyver part of it came in. I think this was genius on my part. Got the
Just
Dyson,
the little hand one or the full big one?
not with the big one that you do the floors with.
The little one you do your car with.
Yeah. So I got that attachment. Then what I did was I got some paper towel and I wrapped that around the end of the nozzle.
So they couldn't see it coming?
No, so they wouldn't get sucked up into the actual console of the vacuum. They would just be sucked to the paper towel. And so I got over them and I was like, picked up one ant. I was like, it's working, yes! And I'm out there with the 20 ants later, nailed it. Ant farm was a success. And then this morning, I thought, I'm going to go check on Ziggy's room. He's sound asleep. This is like 4 o'clock this morning. I opened the door. I was like, I'm just going to check. And when I opened the door, on the handle of the door was an ant.
No.
Like, oh, no.
No.
I am really worried that there's been an outbreak. There's Steve McQueened it.
They're
Someone's got on a
escaping.
motorbike.
Yeah.
The little ants just they started marching one by one. And the little one said, let's get the hell out of here. No more vacuums for me.
The Gina and Matty Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.